What up, it is Marcus with Dynasty Football Dad. We're going to give you daily videos here. We are giving away a Brandon Ayuk signed free jersey. All you have to do is be a subscriber and you have a chance to win. So we are actually going through 5 of the franchise tag or not franchise tagged players. So 3 of them were significant in not being franchise tagged, and 2 of them were. And it was nothing big and surprising besides maybe 1 player. But the first player we're going to go through is just Chris Godwin. He was signed, franchise tagged by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for $16.4 million. And this is something that we knew if you watched my video a couple weeks ago about where I thought the top free agents were going. Buccaneers were one of Godwin's landing spots, and I thought that was going to be a high possibility that he was going to be franchise tagged, just because the Bucs had the money to do it, and he fit well in the system, and I think they want to keep everything very, very similar, maybe besides, I say similar, weird by the way, similar, I said it again, to the championship roster. And the running back may be different, and I don't think it'll be Fournette. I think they could go out and try to get a running back. But I think the wide receiver core and the tight ends, Brait and Gronk and everything, I think they'll all be back, and it'll be back into trying to go for another championship in back-to-back years. But anyways, what does this do for Godwin's short-term, long-term value? I think, honestly, it rises it slightly, because Godwin's now in a situation where I think he's shown to perform. He showed he can perform. He just needs to stay healthy in that situation. I think Evans is a really good complementary piece to him, and it kind of all depends on Antonio Brown, really. If Antonio Brown is there, I think that's going to be frustrating for Godwin for maybe the 2021 season, but Godwin's still super young. I think that this is going to be a high-powered offense, and ultimately, I think Chris Godwin, his dynasty value is going to be into that top 15 wide receivers. He's a really good wide receiver, and he needs to be respected as one, because he has a ton of talent. That broken finger was a big issue of his. All right, off to Godwin. We're going to go into Allen Robinson, and this is where I'm struggling with Allen Robinson coming back to the Chicago Bears, because Chicago Bears, Trubisky looks like he's out the door. Who are they going to have at quarterback? Are they in like a rebuild, or are they trying to find a veteran quarterback? That's really a problem for Allen Robinson. And so what you got up from Allen Robinson last year was really good, but I think you're going to have more of these seasons of decent years, but not if he went to like the Jets or to a different, like the Lions even. I think if he went to a better team, I think it would have been, his value would have risen more. And now that he's kind of stuck with the Bears, I think you're going to still see that, again, kind of where Godwin is. But I'd rather have Godwin over Allen Robinson. And even the next player, I'd rather have the next player over Allen Robinson. And I know that sometimes people say, well, as a community, we're too low on Allen Robinson, but he's going to be stuck there for at least a year. We'll see if he gets extended by July 15th. I doubt it. I really, really doubt it. But for at least this next year, we're going to have some issues with Allen Robinson, because it's a 1-year deal. We got to figure out what in the world we're going to do with him. But I think his value does dip here a little bit in Dynasty. We're going to go to another wide receiver. It's Kenny Gallaudet. You know how much I love Kenny Gallaudet. But I still think his value is about the same, because the Lions were a fine opportunity with Goff at quarterback. Can you look at the other opportunities? I think Jets, Giants, Washington, and Patriots are the opportunities there. So I guess you could say he maybe slightly went down a little bit, because some of the opportunities there are not super wonderful. Like, I don't want him to be a Patriot unless all of a sudden they get Mac Jones or something. But I would say Gallaudet in general. These wide receivers, these 3 wide receivers are kind of in one tier, and some people have them in different ways. Comment what your order would be. Mine would be Godwin, Gallaudet, and Robinson. But in that order from best to worst of the 3. But let's go into some running backs and then a tight end as well. So I think I might have said 5. I guess we're doing 6. Whatever it is. I guess can't do math. Anyways, Aaron Jones, he's not being franchise tagged, which is not a surprise. Packers are struggling with money anyways. And that's one of the things that I kind of said, that I don't think Aaron Jones is coming back. So A.J. Dillon, if you watch my biggest underrated running back, A.J. Dillon is a buy now or buy like a week ago or a month ago, like I mentioned, because Aaron Jones, I figured, was leaving. I don't think he's coming back. They said they're going to try to re-sign him, but I don't think that is going to be a possibility with their money situation and what they need on the rest. I mean, they can just sign Jamal Williams, or they can even draft another running back and then work on their wide receiver core for Aaron Rodgers. Anyways, possibilities: Jets, Dolphins, Bills. I think those are some of the big possibilities. I used to have Bucks on there. I think since they signed Godwin, I think that's a less of a possibility now. But Jets and Dolphins are the big two. But I think Jets and Dolphins and Bills, they're all like in the same division. So he's just going to go into that division there. The next running back is a little bit less of he's a running back that I think he's overrated at this point. But Chris Carson, I think one of the possibilities I said is he could go back to the Seahawks. I don't think he will. And this is your buy Rashad Penny now friendly reminder. Buy him now, please, because I think Chris Carson's not going to be re-signed there. I think that the Seahawks, if anything, they're going to try to either draft a running back, they're limited on draft picks, or they're going to try to get somebody super cheap to try to get in there. And even if they do re-sign Chris Carson, they're going to be signing him for cheap money. But I do think Chris Carson goes in kind of those same tiers, or same teams, I should say, Bills, Jets, and I have the added Falcons, and I'm in a perfect situation. I think he is a complimentary back to one of the rookies that comes in, either Etienne or Javonte Williams, where they go the Falcons or Jets, and Chris Carson goes there and just is a utilized body like a Mark Ingram, and it just gets kind of that, the rookie gets eased into the offense, where we see, maybe I'm hoping that, in perfect world, I'm saying Falcons draft Javonte Williams, they sign Chris Carson, you see Javonte Williams start to fall to 6, 7, 8 in Dynasty, he's already ADP at 6, and all of a sudden, boom, now you get Javonte Williams, because everyone sees this Chris Carson there, and Chris Carson's utilized, but he's there, and he's a back. He's just there to utilize up some carries. And all of a sudden you see Javonte Williams become the stud running back. Like, that's my wish for that whole offense there. But that's beside the point. Anyways, my last player is Hunter Henry. I didn't think he was going to re-sign with that amount of money that he was owed. I mean, we're talking he was going to be franchise tag for like $15 million. It's like, you're not going to do that for a tight end. So Colts, Jags, Pats, Cardinals, I think some of those situations are really good. Like I like the Colts, I like the Jags, I like the Pats are pretty decent, and the Cardinals are really good too. So if anything, Henry is I would say, I mean, in the Chargers offense, he was decent. I mean, we're talking 600 yards and 4 or 5 touchdowns for back-to-back years. But I think he's been hurt. He hasn't finished the season. If he can finish the season, you're talking about maybe 700 yards, 6, 7 touchdowns. So just say 707. You're talking about a low tight end like 7, 8, 9. So low tight end 1. If you can buy him for cheaper than that, this is a buy opportunity. His stock has been going crazy. If it's like cryptocurrencies, like doom, 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 doom. It's like up, down, up, down. What are we doing? I don't think it's going to shoot to the moon. I mean, we're not Cardano here, but so Hunter Henry. So again, I'm trying to give you some hints of some players to buy now. Some players that, hey, you think that Aaron Jones is leaving? Buy the backup. Buy A.J. Dillon. Buy even Jamal Williams. I think is a good opportunity to be like a flex running back in 2021. And then Chris Carson's probably leaving. Rashad Penny, even DJ Dallas. Just throw a flyer on him to see if anybody's biting for like a 3rd round pick in 2021. So this is Marcus with Dynasty Football Dads. We give you daily Dynasty videos. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. We're still giving away this free jersey at the end of the month. All right. Peace out. See you tomorrow.